What the church teaches about women matters more than you probably think it does. Let's talk about it. So, I've had the last couple of videos talking about submitting to God and wives submit to your husbands and women leadership in the church. And why does any of this matter? Well, I mean, they are by far the most viewed videos that I have done. So obviously it matters to women. And that's good enough to me, honestly, because Jesus died just as much for women as he did for men. Now, let me say very clearly right up front that whatever the Bible says about men, whatever the Bible says about women, whatever the Bible says about Christians, whatever the Bible says about lost people, like, I'm going to go with what the Bible says because I trust the author of the Bible, because he is good and he loves me. And I'm not going to take my belief system to the Bible. I'm going to take my belief system from the Bible. Now, when I do that, I get two really important reasons why what we believe about women matters. First of all, what we believe God says about women will affect the way that husbands treat their wives. In fact, how we believe God treats the church, husbands will tend to treat their wives the same way. And so, if you believe that God is judgmental, vindictive, if you don't believe that Jesus actually took his wrath and there's still wrath, like, just waiting to zap people right now, if you're just waiting for his anger to bubble over at you, well, I'm not too surprised if those church denominations or those people, those families who hold on firmly to those beliefs, if there's a higher incidence of angry husbands that lash out at their wives and their children, because that's what they believe God is like. And so they are mirroring the image they are beholding. If, however, our view of God is one that he is constantly pouring himself out in service to us because he loves us, and he is genuinely making his entire existence about raising us up to him, well, you're going to get a husband who actually does what Ephesians 5 says, who lays his life down for his bride, who washes her with pure water of his own words, who is constantly pouring the compliments and the encouragement and the strength and the you did amazing at that and I believe in you. Like, you're going to get a husband who does those things. Why? Because that's how they see God. Now, that's the first reason, is just the human relationship of that. But here's the second one. What you believe God is like, that's what your faith actually accesses from him. So if I believe God is just angry and judgmental and vindictive towards me, that doesn't mean he's going to pour those things out on me, because he poured those things out on Jesus on my behalf. But I'm not going to access his goodness, his grace, his power, his wisdom, because I'm waiting till I earn those things, till I perform good enough to have enough faith to think maybe he'll drip some of his goodness out on me. But if I actually believe this is his nature, he gives his life for me and to me, pouring his life out to me day in, day out, to raise me up, to show me the way of life. Like, it's going to lead to a night and day different walk with Jesus for men, for women, for children, for everybody. This is why it matters what we believe God thinks about women.